When the Las Vegas signed former standout linebacker Blake Martinez for the Green Bay Packers, a fourth-round pick for the team, as well as a standout for the New York Giants, I was a little perplexed because I felt like he was a guy that, yes, he can be a sideline guy in terms of going to get the ball carrier. A little bit lacking in pass coverage, but it's hard to find linebackers that can do it all these days. But Blake Martinez, I think that he was exactly what the Raiders defense needed. So when you talk about the fact that you've got guys that are super talented, like Max Crosby, who's quietly kind of put himself in the conversation for being the best defensive end in the NFL, by the way. We'll be coming out with a video on that pretty soon. As well as, Chandler Jones hasn't quite gotten it done, but you still have seen that the Raiders put a couple of their more interesting players in there, guys like Malcolm Kuntz and Cleveland Farrell. So, just on the outsides, this looks very interesting when you consider the fact that he's got some serious defensive pieces around him, and I don't think he's going to have to be a superhero. In fact, I think the exact opposite could be said, because when you consider all these guys he's got around him, and once Denzel Perryman comes back, maybe Denzel Perryman could be on that outside, maybe Divine Diablo becomes more of a nickel guy. I don't know, but I do think that when you take a look at what he has done with the Packers and the Giants, there's a lot to like. A guy that consistently averages over 100 tackles, a year. He's a guy that flies around, makes plays. I mean, once in a while he'll come up with an interception too, so he's not a complete liability in coverage. And I think, when you consider a guy that can just run sideline to sideline and just is around the football, that helps your football team out so much. And he's shown an ability to get to the quarterback up the middle. So, I don't think he's going to be a guy that comes in, and he's not Ray Lewis, but I think he is a player that really will bring such an important leadership aspect to this defense, both in terms of stopping the run, which the Raiders, they haven't been great about. I think that kind of goes hand in hand with the interior defensive line play. I think that kind of goes hand in hand with how the rest of this defense will play. And I think it starts with the D-line, but it goes to the linebackers, even the corners and safeties with their run fits. So, Patrick Graham, I think, got a leader on his defense with the signing of Blake Martinez, and I think it's only going to get even better when you consider the fact that Denzel Perryman and company are absolute studs. So, but I think just in terms from a leadership perspective, Blake Martinez was exactly what the Las Vegas Raiders needed, because, when you have a guy that can line people up, that can really be that guy that leads them in that perspective, I think it really helps out the rest of this, not just for players knowing what they need to do, but having that guy right there, like in the locker room, that is such a huge boost. So I'm excited for the Blake Martinez signing. I don't know, how fast he's going to be able to get on the field. He played with Patrick Graham before. I think he's going to be able to do a lot of different things for this defense, but, also, again, I know I mentioned the pass coverage aspect of it. Divine Diablo, in my mind, is I think he's got the potential to be a very good player. I think Blake Martinez can help him develop into the player that he needs to be, as well as, even guys on the inside like Bilal Nichols. And, but having a guy that's a leader in the middle of that defense does so much for your team. And I think he was the exact player that the Raiders needed to go out and get to help them kind of shore this thing up as we get moving into the regular season here. But let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome. We love every single one of you. Down in the description below, you'll find all of our social media platforms. So give us a like and a follow. Also, remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. But let us know what you guys think about Blake Martinez being the leader that the Las Vegas Raiders defense absolutely needed.